All right, Shalom. First and foremost, all praise and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahshua. Salaki Ba'ashem Arakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders at the great millstone. Greeting salutations and blessings to your elect. Salaki for the voice. But here's another example of double speak or double talk or double think. Now, this video I was clicking on YouTube had an ad that came before it, and in that ad it was talking about fuel filters. Okay, this is the fuel filter. Everything says fuel filter in it, right? Except the fact of the actual ad itself, saying if you get a machinist to put a hole through the cap, it now becomes, not a big deal, but it should be legal. Now, I heard this double speak, newspeak before. What we were talking about before was a machinist cutting, and this was at a gun show. A machinist cutting a sheet of metal shouldn't cost you that much if you have the template, okay? But what he didn't speak directly of was what the template was of. The template, he said, you can't go to every machinist and be sure to tip well, is what he told me. But the machinist will be cutting out the carcass, if you will, or the structure in metal of a gun. And as soon as I watched this is what it was talking about. In the back of the truck where the guy was giving this, I'm gonna see if I can try to find that ad again and put it in this, but he was talking about a gun silencer. Okay, so I'm gonna try to find a video and just add that onto this part. But when you look at it, everything it has says solvent trap, look, for Napa, fuel filter, aluminum, the whole nine. Everything's talking about fuel filters, but this is not for fuel filters. Okay, so let me see if I can find a video. Okay, so I googled the fuel filters, right? This is the one at the top, but look underneath what it says: real silencer versus solvent trap, because that's what this was talking about. You would just need a machinist to drill the hole for you. Okay, which makes it from a fuel filter into a silencer. Solvent trap silencers, do they actually work? Okay, now let's see this one.
As you can see here, it looks exactly like a monocore suppressor because it's a monocore suppressor, but called a fuel filter. This one came with an end cap, and I'll roll in a photo of it here. To the best of my knowledge, it is not illegal to own it if you plan on Form 1ing it. It's just drilling that hole at the end is really what'll get you there, and you're good to go, right? It's legal.
It looks like suppressor baffles. I wouldn't be surprised if this works on a 9mm, but I think it'll definitely work on a 22, and yeah.
See, he's not talking about 22-year-old cars. He's not talking about the 2.2 engine. Okay, V6, 100. And it's not what he's talking about. They clearly said 22mm gun, 9mm guns. So they're showing you about guns, even though they're selling it as an aluminum solvent trap. Okay, you saw the beginning of the video. This part right here. Look at the projectile. Okay, that's how Esau gets down. Okay, that's his blessing right there with the sword. So he can just talk like that and get away with it. It was funny, a lot of dislikes. I'll play it again.
As you can see here, it looks exactly like a monocore suppressor because it's a monocore suppressor, but called a fuel filter.
Because it's a mono. It looks like a monocore suppressor because it is a monocore suppressor. He told you right there. But let's call it a fuel filter. All right, and we can't say certain buzzwords on YouTube, but they can show you how to modify a fuel filter into a monocore suppressor right here on YouTube. Okay, unbelievable.
This one came with an end cap, and I'll roll in a photo of it here. To the best of my knowledge, it is not illegal to own it if you plan on Form 1ing it. It's just drilling that hole at the end is really what'll get you there.
Form 1ing it, just put the one hole in it so you can shoot through it.
And you're good to go, right? It's legal.
It looks like suppressor baffles. I wouldn't be surprised if this works on a 9mm, but I think it'll definitely work on a 22, and yeah.
See? That's the thing. Esau could say one thing and show you something else. This is just an aluminum solvent trap. 6-inch. No big deal fuel filter. No big deal. Right? But everything else in the video was saying something totally different. Well, what is that if I mean, do I need a scripture? You know? But that, matter of fact, I am gonna get a scripture. Hold on one sec. Bear with me. Okay, this is Genesis chapter 27. I'm gonna start up at 38, straight to the point. It says, "And Esau said unto his father, who was Isaac," it says, "Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father." And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, "Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above." Here's the point. "And by the sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother." They know. They put all these little. It's supposed to be illegal to have silencers, but he just showed you a legal way to get a silencer. That's what caught on to what it was. And most people will just hurry up and skip past the video and move on. No big deal. But phone call anyway. But it caught my attention because I've been to that gun show and talked to somebody about that. Okay, he was telling that he was selling the forms. That the machinists would just have to cut for you. Okay, he would tell you how to do it. He even gave like lingo. I don't remember what it was because I'm not into guns like that. But it says, "And by the sword shalt thou live." So he's gonna master this thing. Okay, it's his blessing. He got his blessing from his father Isaac. He's gonna master this thing. It says, "And shall serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou shall have the dominion," and now his dominion, and it's even at the end of his dominion. Okay, because he knoweth he hath but a short time left, you're going to come down with great wrath. It says, which is serving with that sword, it says, "That thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck." He's going to get up above us in power. It says, "And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, The days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob." And I have one more that I'll get. Second address 15. It's about 13 or so. Yep. Second address 15 to 15. "For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another with swords in their hand." It's going to be gunfights out there, man. It's going to be knife fights. Okay? And Esau's going to really bring his weapons, his blessing to the table in full form to accomplish everything he's trying to accomplish with his New World Order agenda, even to the point of the low-level Edomites that try to take protect their food and so on and so forth. Okay, when all the shutdowns really go down. Okay, it says, "For there shall be sedition among men, and dividing." It says, "and invading one another." What are they going to invade with weapons, man? With guns. Okay, They shall not regard their kings nor princes. In the course of their actions shall stand in their power. They're not going to care what high level you're on. They're going to come and get you just because they have the guns, and everybody's a mortal man at that point. It says, yeah, and that was pretty much the part, though. Matter of fact, verse 14, it says, verse 19, it says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword. Okay, going in with the guns and shooting it up, and spoil their goods, take what they have in there, and take their spoil of all the things that they have. Okay, it says, because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Okay, for lack of food and all the tribulation that's going on out there. Okay, they're going to see something, and then it's going to really be dog eat dog out there. Okay, it's going to be dog eat dog in the streets. Okay, and what are you going to do about that? How are you going to protect yourself? If you don't have the power, if you're not in the wisdom, power, and grace of Yahweh Shem Shai, you're through. Period, point blank. All right, so I just want to hit that. It was another level of the double speak. Okay, to where he's talking about fuel filters, but he was actually talking about gun silencers. And the internet lets it go, just go past, no big deal. Okay, so anyway, wrap it up, giving all praise and glory unto Yahweh Bashim Yahshua Bashim Rakakodash, that belongs to the apostles and the elders at the great millstone who rule well. Greetings, salutations, and blessings unto the elect. Until the next one, Shalom.